Well, I hope this is working. Don't know if I'm talking to anyone, but... Today's the 1-year anniversary of the Blanchard incident. It's been 10 months since I moved into the hotel. Doug's been great, and all he's asked in... Doug's my brother. He manages the hotel for Grandpa, who owns it. Doug invited me in, and in exchange I do a little IT work. Most of the time I relax, and I heal. Now, I've been worried about the family hotel ever since the hurricane. The top floors are unoccupied, well, except for me and the barbarian. And we've had an occupancy rate of about 25%. We're barely getting by. I know what you're thinking. Oh, they own a hotel. Poor little rich family. Yes, my great-grandfather was rich, just long enough to get us the hotel, but since then it's been a century of muddling through. If I ever write a family history, that's the title right there. A century of muddling through. My dad's convinced the hotel is cursed. He's not at all pleased that his son works here and his daughter lives here. Over the last 4 generations, the family has come close to losing the hotel again and again. In February, when I heard everyone starting to cancel their travel plans, I thought, this is the last straw. We're boned. But almost nobody canceled on us. College students started showing up for spring break. The beaches filled up. For the first time in years, most of our rooms, the repaired rooms anyway, are full. By the way, we're 20-30 minutes drive from the beach if you ever want to stay here. I was up on a balcony reading when a party broke out on the 6th floor. I'm afraid I did stir things up, however. I was so excited by such a lively scene in this hotel that I snuck down to the 6th floor to get closer to the action. There was a young man, kind of a Chad frat type, clearly had too much to drink. He caught sight of my reflection, my mask's reflection, in a window and kind of lost his shit. One more sighting of the ghostly Oracle of Sollace, woo! Anyway, the beaches are closed now, but spring breakers are still here. Young people, especially teenagers and college students, all behave like they think they're immortal. I was never like that. I was always conscious of my mortality. I think that's why I was so into gothic fiction, and the Addams Family, and all that stuff. Since the Blanchard incident, I've been very conscious of my mortality. I'm neither old nor young, but chance, malice, carelessness, any of these could put me in the ground. And now there's the coronavirus. In 2016, when I still had my face, I predicted that the Electoral College's selection of Trump for president would result in the deaths of a lot of people who didn't need to die. Damn, I hate being right about something like that. I know it sounds like I'm blaming Trump for this. That's because I am. I don't like to get partisan. I tend to look at politics not through a tribal lens, defined by labels people apply, but within a historical context. And the history of this moment is that Trump downplayed the threat of COVID-19 for weeks. As recently as February 28th, he denounced calls for action against the virus as a new hoax by the extreme left. We don't have to wonder how future historians will evaluate Trump and the Republican Party's response to this pandemic. All they need to do is compare how the virus has spread in the United States with how it spread in South Korea. Both countries reported their first cases within hours of each other. South Korea's government took immediate steps to respond and had a testing regime in place within a couple of weeks. The Trump regime, however, took no action until mid-March. The results? The number of new cases discovered in Korea is slowing, while in the United States it is accelerating. The Republican Party took into its heart a desire to shrink the American government to the point where, as anti-tax activist Grover Norquist put it, Republicans can drown it in a bathtub. No bathtub needed. Republicans have weakened America to the point where it can be killed off by sickness. Well, darn it, I went and got partisan after all. Sorry about that. It's kind of hard to avoid when talking about the contemporary Republican Party, which has embraced bullshit, incompetence, confidence games, and open corruption as party signifiers. Historically, well, I could go on. The Republican Party of Eisenhower or Nixon or Ford could have handled this pandemic competently, but when you spend 40 years preaching that competent government is the enemy of freedom, you tend to end up believing it, and you act accordingly. Well, that's all for now. I just wanted to record some of my thoughts in this historic moment. I'm fine. The barbarian is fine. She practices social distancing by coming into a room and poking me with a yardstick until I get out. The hotel should be returning to its largely empty state, and then some, in a few days. If anyone ever watches this, please take care of yourselves, and take care of those close to you. I'm editing a video.
My turn. My turn at the computer.